Hi, I'm Simone Campbell. I'm a fertility specialist here working in Brisbane and I'm working with Queensland Fertility Group. So working in Darwin, my husband was in Defence Force. I had the opportunity to work with fertility there and I realised that that's exactly what I loved, and it's a real privilege to be able to help families to expand or start, and it just has really resonated with me. That was about 19 years ago, so I've continued to care for this same cohort of patients and loved it. So professionally, I'm driven by high standards, I'm driven by good outcomes, I'm driven by happy patients, and I'm very motivated to make that experience better for them. I know in this industry, people often can feel like a number, feel not important, and I just really think that each of these individuals, couples that we're seeing, they have their own story and we all really need to be able to recognise that. My job has so many rewarding parts to it. Obviously, achieving a pregnancy and seeing that ultrasound scan with a heartbeat is such an amazing outcome for couples who have been trying to get to that point. Unfortunately, not every couple are going to get that outcome, and I think having a relationship with patients that can continue to support and help them through that, it's really powerful to be involved in that. Also being able to help patients try again if that's what they're wanting, or change tack, using donor gametes, donor eggs, donor sperm to try and achieve a pregnancy that they so dearly want. There are so many wonderful moments in the last 19 years working in fertility, and it's a hard one to think about specific examples to share. I do think of one beautiful couple, and I saw her, and she was a young woman with very low ovarian reserve. They'd had treatment elsewhere, they'd never had any eggs collected, and we did an IVF cycle and got one follicle. There was one follicle growing, and I just said to her, well, we've got the option, we can go to egg collection or you can try for a pregnancy. And she tried for a pregnancy, and they now have a beautiful baby girl from that pregnancy. And the amazing thing about this is, since she's had that baby, she has not had one further ovulation. She is now menopausal at the age of 34. And we still keep in touch and joke about the fact that we actually made a baby on her absolute last ever egg. So that's a lovely story. So my goals in meeting a patient for the first time is to make them feel at ease. I want them to feel that we are entering into a partnership and that I'm here to help them. I really want them to understand that seeing me does not equate to an IVF cycle. I think I'm a gynecologist, I'm a fertility specialist, and I will spend whatever time is needed investigating the couple and their infertility and having the appropriate interventions. And a lot of my patients will achieve pregnancies before we get to an IVF cycle. So I think walking through that door of an IVF unit, you often feel that that's the only option, and it certainly is not the only option. There are other processes and sometimes just some reassurance that it's needed along the way.